Good evening. We're just waiting. Let me put all the links in and get everybody going. And we will be good to go. We're actually a couple minutes early, so we'll make sure we get everybody in. Hopefully everybody will get everything here. We'll see if everybody comes in. We'll see if everybody comes in. Hi, Catherine. How are you this evening? Hoping the lag won't be too bad tonight. Hi, Nettie. Yay, Nettie. She made it. Does everybody have something they're crafting on tonight? So they can craft and chat? Everybody in their PJs? Did you get the kids settled down, Catherine? Hopefully there's not a lot of lag. Wow, I'm having trouble tonight. My fingers don't want to work. Fun. Oh, Nettie, you've been in your PJs all day. You sound like me. I didn't. I actually got out of my PJs today, though. I already did it. Awesome. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Hopefully it'll stay pretty clear. I'm hoping. Do you guys have something you're working on tonight? Oh, it poured rain here all after night. Hi, Oz. Jan, I'm not sure what your name is, but I don't think I've seen you before. So welcome, welcome, welcome. You don't have to be in your PJs, Elizabeth. That's funny. Oh, yeah, Catherine, I know you're moving everything around, aren't you? That's crazy. Well, you'll just have to chat. Look at my birdie napkins I pulled out. I'm going to have to figure out which ones I want to use. They're all so cute. I don't really care for the black one. I love the little Finch one. I remembered you were Elizabeth. Nettie, I do the same thing. I don't like that one. I like that one. That one's so cute. I don't know which one to use. Oh, I'm not using that. Don't like that. I think I got that one. Yep, got one of that one already. There's one with a whole bunch of different birdies on it. Oh. No, those aren't the same. Oh, yep, that is. It's the opposite side. Got two of those. So don't know which one to use. You like the blue, this one or this blue? The one on the right or the left? Do you? They're so cute. I don't know. Oh, yeah, you are. You're at lunchtime. This one? Elizabeth? You like the right one. This one. There's too many choices. I don't know. How about we use these three. We'll put these up. We use these three at some point. So let's see. What do I want to start with? I have been getting all kinds of stuff ready. I'm actually working with, I can get this off here. Well, I'll keep it up there. It's Kelly's Crafts by Kelly. So it's cute. Some of the pictures, well, this I actually printed on, it's vintage typing paper. It's an onion skin paper. And I love it because it almost makes, I don't know if you can tell, where you can see the shadowing in the background. It works great. So I love it. So now I'm going to use it. I was going to make some bags today. I won't trim around the edges. I just need to split it in half. Let me go ahead and do this one too. And it printed, it has lines on it. It's gorgeous. It was just one of the papers in the kit. So I just printed it out. And it printed out gorgeous. I mean, I don't know if it is so antique. It almost looks like an old antique wallpaper. I love it. And then there's this one. It's so cute with all the stuff collaged on it. So I thought they would make the most cute bags. I think I'm going to keep this one to do a big one. And I think I'm going to hold, yep. But it's rained here all day. It's just been absolutely nasty. But yesterday was gorgeous. We were outside a lot yesterday because it was all sunny and it was warm, which was nice. Hey, Penny. Oh, I do too, Catherine. Love it. Penny's in the house. I think my mom is here. Make sure. Did she get the? Yeah. Hi, Mommy. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. My mom's here. So everybody say hi, Mom. Oh, was it 80 there today? Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Trisha, I don't know if I said hi to you or not. I seen you coming through. Hopefully the leg's not bad today. So I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I bet, Catherine. Hi, Dorothy. Her name's Barbara. We gotta, once we get all this nastiness over, we're gonna have to get her hooked up. Well, thanks, Penny. I hope so.
We need to do it, Grandpa.
And Giggles is here somewhere in the background, giggling. She's been having fun. I got a jelly plate. And so, well, they're not, it's not a full size. Well, okay. I'm going to get a full size jelly plate. This one, I don't have an 8x10. It's a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, I think, by 10. And then there's a circle one, and then there's a small rectangle that's perfect for a journal size. So,
Nastiness.
yeah, it is, Catherine. I am with you. Oh, yes, Elizabeth. So she's been playing on the jelly plate, making a mess.
Oh my God.
Well, we both have, but.
I'm ready.
Well, you got. Oh, what's a jelly plate?
I'll get one.
Get the big long one. Oh my gosh, Catherine, it is a blast. It is so addictive. It really is. Hi, Carol.
This one's still right on it.
Oh, cool, Elizabeth. See if it'll let you post if you can post a link if you want to. Oh, this is a jelly plate.
That one's got the wrap on it.
It's still got the acrylic on it, but it's just let me pull the acrylic off. It's just, it's like, I don't know how to, it's like, if your kids play with Jello jigglers, it's sort of like that.
It's like those sticky hands you stick on walls.
Or like the sticky hands you stick on walls, but it's really, yes, Elizabeth, I am not one of those people. If you have a link you want to share, then go buy it. Oh, Penny Ranger sells these. They're the 8x10.
You get the package?
Yeah, just get the package and I'll show them. But it's like gelatin, Catherine. But you use a brayer, which is like like sort of a roller, and you put paint on it, and then you can stick paper on it, and you can create your own paper. Bring that purple paper in here. Let me move this out of the way. Let me put my lid on. Hold on. This is a fun PJ chat thing. So. And this is a brayer. Like I have a small one. You can buy bigger ones. I just have a small one, which is what I've been using. And these need cleaned, so ignore them. But like, this is the Delusions one. Let me turn it. Oh, turn this up. And it comes with, let's see, it comes with a 5.5 by 11, a 3-inch circle, and a 3.5 by 6.75 rectangle, which I love because, let me pull this one up. I've got stuff going everywhere now. Let me pull this one up. And I'll be able to show you the little circle one better because you can sort of see where it's been used. So when I play it, it needs cleaned. So if you put it on a piece of paper, you can see it a little bit better. I don't know if that helps, Catherine. But you just do a couple dots of acrylic paint and you rub it over, and then you can do layers, let it dry and do layers. I can do one, I guess. But like we were just playing, like this was my husband. He decided to finger paint it. Don't ask me why. But like this was like after we already pulled the print off. This was like what was left over. So it created almost this like really cool texture that would be awesome on a journal page, which I love the 8x10s which is how they normally come. So you can get a really nice, almost a full page.
You want to let it thin pick color?
But for journals, this is like perfect because it's, well, we know if we do a journal page, you're going to fold that page in half. So it's just enough that you could like accent it, you know, and then put something on it. And there's all kinds of YouTube videos on it. It is fun, like addictive fun. And like, see, we were just playing around. So there's some, and you can use ink on them and alcohol inks and all kinds of stuff. Some of these are that's just where we clean the roller off, but it came out really cool. You know, that you could use. Elena did this one. It's a sunset with water, and it came out perfect. So I mean, that would be so cute to cut out and like put in a journal if you were doing like a beach, or you know, you just wanted a scene.
You actually make your own.
Uh-oh, Carol found a local friend. How awesome. And then you use stencils. We were just playing around, just goofing around. That was really nasty one. I didn't really like that one, but I mean, you could really use that and put a bird or something in front of it. And she did a little butterfly, just goofing around. And I love this one. I don't know. Let me see if you can see the shimmer. Look at that. It's got gold shimmer on it. Isn't it cute?
Do you want them to pick the colors?
So, well, yeah, we've just been playing around with it. Here, let me get all my other stuff out of the way, because I got stuff everywhere here. Let's keep this stuff separate, though. Hold on. I'm moving stuff around.
That makes space for fun stuff. Coffee themed one. I have coffee here. I agree.
Oh,
with that.
yes, a coffee themed one would be perfect. Do what?
I agree with that for the fact that I have coffee.
Okay, we want to do the rectangle or let's do the rectangle. It's bigger, so you might be able to see better.
So
But you take it off, and because it's jelly, if you remember when you were a kid, yes, it does. If you remember when you were a kid and you had those arms you could throw against the wall and then they slink down the wall, that's sort of what it feels like. So it sticks. Like I put mine on my glass mat and it sticks.
You want them to pick the colors?
No, we'll just throw some on there. Just give me 3 colors. Let's see. We'll use blue. No, let's not use. No. Do the gold.
The gold?
And like a different color.
So you have 2 different types of gold. You have pure gold and then you have ivory.
This.
And what else?
Oh, black's good. I don't care. Whatever. No, not.
You want to do gray?
Hold on. I'm trying to. Okay.
Oh, God, did you want?
Oh, no. Elizabeth, that's why I said earlier, I am not that type of I don't really bothers me. Yeah, soap and water. You can use hand sanitizer. Let's try white. You can use hand sanitizer. And I'm not great at this. Like, literally not great. Like, opened mine tonight, like probably 2 hours ago. And what you've seen is what we played with earlier. So I'm like 2 hours into this. So don't think that I know what's going on. Yes, because it keeps all the hair and gunk from sticking to it. I didn't know that. But yeah, so I literally just started playing. And I have a little bitty brayer, so it makes it a little
Harder.
Worse. I have to get a big brayer. And I just smooth it out. Oops, I goobed over the side. Oh well.
Oh, you want paper, don't you?
Yeah, I've got paper. Just give me a. Oh, there's one. Here, do that for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, like, I'm just doing this one real fast just to sort of show you. You just stick it down. And I'm just using a piece of coffee dyed paper. It's sort of smushy. I have it all over my hands. That's the only thing. I get so filthy dirty doing it.
You can just use a little paint and get a glaze effect. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were doing that earlier with just enough and then layering it up. It was really nice.
And then we got the holographics and stuff. So.
And then I have some like some of the metallic effects that are like the holographic and the glitter and stuff is really cool. if you put it down first, because then you get like this real awesome glitter effect. So you just get a print so you can sort of create your own backgrounds. Yeah. So we've just been playing with it. And then you can actually use the second one, which is, I sort of like the stamp off better than well, my clean off or whatever you want to call it. And see, I sort of like that when you get just sort of that like cloudy effect, especially on a journal page. I mean, if you had it and you just, of course, this is a smaller one, so it's not too large, but.
Mary Tidbits from the Attic.
Hi, Mary. Tidbits from the Attic. Oh, wow, if that's not the perfect name. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So you can just keep sort of pulling it off and do all kinds of fun stuff with it. So but yeah, that's what a jelly plate is, just real fast. And like I said, I just started playing with it, so I am no expert on it at all. We just started playing around with it. So I'm excited. Okay, let me find. I had my napkin here earlier that I was playing with. All right, let me get back to my. But yeah, so that's a little bit. Oh, Trisha, it is Sony. And then they, like I said, they've got the 8x10. What I did is I decided, and they have really nice tins you can store them in. It's really cool. I decided to get the small one first, just to play with it, just to see what it was like, because I hadn't played with one. So yeah, it's addictive. Well, Elizabeth can probably tell you that. Extremely addictive.
Hey, if you're not going to use it.
Yeah. Elena's like, well, if you're not going to use it, Mom, I'll take it. She loves it. But she loves to paint. She paints all the time and draws and
Watercolor more than anything.
all kinds of stuff. And watercolors and use alcohol markers and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, wow, you got 9 people here.
So I'm just making some little bags. Like I said, well, I'm just using the Spring Songbird kit from Kelly Crafts. She has some awesome kits. They're absolutely gorgeous. Well, there you go. It's time to get it out. I don't know if you're in the Facebook group or not. If you're not, join the Facebook group. Elizabeth, throw some pictures up in there. I am one of those people. I'm, probably maybe a little old school. I don't know. I think everybody still has something to learn, and I am all about learning. So,
Jelly Plate Friday.
Oh, Jelly Plate Friday.
Oh, Jelly Plate and Pajama Friday.
Jelly Plate and
Jellies
pajama.
and pajamas.
Elizabeth, do you do videos? Well, duh, you did. You just said you put them up on YouTube, didn't you? I knew that. You just said that. I just wasn't listening. I'm sorry. Well, I was listening. I cut that crooked.
You mean reading?
Yeah, trying to read and do 2 things at once. We'll have to, or if you're in my, I know you're in my Facebook group because I've seen you in there. I know that because I've responded to you. Okay, I'll have to go back once it's calmed and whatever. With the equipment that I have now and stuff like we did on Wednesday. Well, Wednesday was horrid because the lag was awful. I think where they were adjusting all the internet everywhere. It was awful. Me and Penny was just dying. And I love this little bird, you guys. I am just in love with this little bird, and I want the whole bird. I don't want part of it, but I think I'm going to.
Oh, that's so
But yeah, I will. Or like send me a PM or whatever. And I want to do some guests, like pulling some guests in like for Fridays, because I'm smart enough to know that I don't know everything, and there are people that know. Oh, awesome. I will have to check it out. But I want to do some, I think it'd be fun for especially PJ Friday, because it's sort of our like just chit chat and do different things. And, you know, as much as I, you know, love crafting and knowing you guys are all sitting out there watching me, you know, I love to learn from other people. And I have the ability to pull you in and, you know, add you to the stream where we all can sit if you're interested. And maybe we can do like some guests in on. Oh, that's okay, Carol. I know it's hard for you guys. At least you can watch the replay, and we got to say hi.
Bye-bye, Carol.
Be safe.
Can you get Elizabeth in here?
Okay. Okay, Catherine, I am, I said about, yeah, see, Catherine, I am all over it. I glued my lid shut.
Let's see if we can get
Let's see if you can get it open. I'll use my vintage.
Oh, God, that's not going to come
I'll use my vintage photo. You can make, I'm going to use Mod Podge. I actually made mine. I actually used a vintage a vintage photo re-inker, and made some of mine in my homemade Mod Podge, and the recipe is in the DIY, and you can use it and just brush it on. And well, the vintage photo is going to have it when it dries. It has this extremely light brown tone.
Get this open. Yeah, I can't get it open.
It's okay. I'll get it later.
Who would imagine glue?
So, yeah, and you just put some on, and then, and it's a simple recipe. It's basic stuff. I'm sure it's stuff you have in your house, because I know you got your little ones. So, and you don't even have to, when you're doing the regular, you know, if you want it to be clear, you don't have to put, you know, any of the vintage photo or anything. Okay, is it on the Facebook side, Elizabeth?
Yeah, I think she's talking about the...
And it's super, super simple. And then you just lay your napkin, you figure out where you want it to be. So like mine, I want to... Okay, awesome. Go, Trish! And then you just sort of, you know, wipe it down. And you can do clear. Like I said, my clear is apparently frozen to the front right now. But I want to actually use these bags. I'm wanting to use as, I'm going to paper clip them in on the page. So it doesn't really matter because I'll be able to see the pretty paper on the back and have the pretty napkin on the front. Oh my gosh, Elizabeth, my daughter's over here trying to show me while I'm trying to work. They are gorgeous. You are, yeah. Okay, who votes? Everybody put a thumb up if they vote for Elizabeth to do a jelly roll plate.
I don't know, but I really like that one.
Or go check her channel out. Or maybe you can do a live in the Facebook page or on on here live on a Pajama Friday if you want.
As long as she's got a
I'm going to dry real fast, so I'm sorry for the noise. It dries really fast, Catherine. Oh, why are you laughing, Elizabeth? Serious. I'm serious. I love it. And like I said, I don't know a whole lot about it, so I am just so in love with these little birds, you guys.
Oh, look, everybody's got. Yes, thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Oh, yeah, everybody's putting thumbs up.
As long as she's got a camera, she can film. I've done a few live things in another group you're in with me.
Joy's. Yeah, if you guys have not checked out JJ with Joy, I think is what it is. I think it's what it is. I don't know. I know it's her. I know what I can tell you what the picture is if I see it on my phone. That's awful, isn't it? I think it's JJ with Joy. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Of course, I showed my good ones, not the bad ones.
Oh, but you know what? Everything's like that. Nobody's
yes,
perfect.
It's JJ.
Yes.
But like, you can't have success unless you have.
Yes, it is JJ with Joy. Hopefully, let me try to hold it up so you guys can see it. JJ with Joy. I don't know. It won't. It's not gonna focus.
Yeah, it doesn't want to focus.
It's sort of focused. Well, you can see the JJ with Joy to see how it's spelled.
Oh yeah, Catherine.
Awesome, Catherine. Yeah, she does some great stuff. Joy is a sweetheart.
I go over there. I just go over there if they're not my satisfaction. I mean.
Yeah, that's what I was doing earlier, is just playing with them and seeing. I'm just trying to make sure my ends are glued down because I don't want them to basically unravel if. But I'm not so much. I mean, I love that paper. I was in love with it. But it's still going to be on the back, and it actually works out better because it is a lined paper. So technically, I could write on the back if I wanted to. Trying to just make sure those ends are. But I can set it to the side.
Well, luckily, you're 100% lag free.
I'm so glad we don't have a bunch of lag today. That makes it nice.
What could be the first one we did the last one? Oh, Catherine's here. I gotta get her book.
And there's our little bag. I need to put a little more glue on the edge here because I glued inside and not all the way up the edge. And I found with like the onion paper, it just doesn't really like art glitter glue too great. So I've been using my Fabri-Tac on it. Oh, thanks, Jan. You're welcome anytime. Oh, awesome. Yes. Come join us. We love having people. So there we go. And it's so cute. I love it. And then it's got that gorgeous paper on the back. So let me find a piece of ephemera to shove it down in there so we can see how it looks. So like here's one of the little library cards. And it just slides in there. Oh, Elizabeth, my goop, this, I have a DIY Mod Podge recipe on the channel, and I make my own Mod Podge. It's super, super simple. I make this a little thinner. I mean, I don't know if you can see how it runs up the side. It's almost like melted ice cream. I'm trying to get it where I can, but it's almost like melted ice cream the way that it runs. But I make my homemade Mod Podge. I put a little bit of extra water in it so it is a little bit more runnier. And then I use my Vintage Photo Reinker and just put a little bit in it. And I mean a little bit, I mean like 3 drops, and stirred it up. And so it makes it vintage photo. So it printed it out. So let me find my napkin again that I just had with my little birdies on it. What'd I do with it? Oh, it's over here. Yes, it's over here. So this is the original napkin. That's what it looks like with the Mod Podge over it. So it just makes it vintage even. And I like it because it's more, I mean, I could have inked it over, but I think with the ink, you don't get, no, not mine that I use. Now I find, and I hate saying this, but I find the Mod Podge that I buy out of the store is extremely sticky. This, it's not, I mean, let me find a piece of paper. Well, let me dry it off first on this side where I just put it around the edges. Let me dry the edges real fast. And it dries really fast. I mean, 20, 30 seconds with the gun and you're good to go. Which I like because I hate waiting on stuff if I'm in the middle of stuff. I want it done right then. No, this is, and sometimes I think the gloss is a little more sticky than the other. And I will tell you, I can't remember the exact ratio because I have it wrote down because I have too much in my head. But I put like I said, like I think 3 drops of vintage photo ink, and you could put as much as you want to make it as dark as you want. I just made mine to where it was like carnation chocolate milk, you know, or like chocolate milk colored is what I did. And I can't remember the ratios. You'd have to watch a video, but it's glue and water. And when I say glue, I mean like Elmer's school glue, except when I made this, I didn't even use Elmer's school glue. I used Crazy Art white glue. What if I have it against another baggie with my formula on it? Well, I used glue all. No, I didn't use that in this. I used Rose Art. Yeah. The generic 33 cents a bottle you get at Walmart is what I use.
I don't understand that question.
Oh, you mean like a regular, how it stands? Regular Mod Podge, like I said, I do think it's sticky. And the vintage photo, the other dries clear. So this gives it that brown tone. And it's a brown tone you don't get with inking because when you ink, even when you ink over, I mean, you guys know how it looks when you ink. This, I mean, I don't know if you can see like the different layers of color. I mean, it just adds.
The more you go one spot's gonna be.
And because it dries clear with just that haze, it just makes a big difference. Because I mean, you can see every little design in the napkin. So yeah, that's it. So that's how I do my little bags. So let's move on. We got.
I have to make some myself. How long does it last?
I have had this for like a long time. I've had mine probably 6 months in the jar, and I've not had any problem with it.
Except for that one.
But honestly, and I want to think it's like half and half, or it's like 2 parts glue to 1 part water. I don't know. I do a lot of DIY, so remember the exact and everything. But you can make, it's not per se, you know, use a cup of glue, a cup of this. When I do my recipes, because, you know, you may only craft every 3 months where, you know, I do it all the time. So you know, you never know what you're going to use. So what I do is I don't really use measurements. I'll say 1 part this to 1 part that. So if you want to make 1/8 of a cup, so you only get like this much, you know, so you don't have to worry about it sitting around, you can do that. Or you can make, you know, a 32 ounce, a quart jar full. You know, you just sort of have that option to what you need. What I would do.
Do you use distilled water or regular water?
I use bottled water for everything that I use like that. I don't want to risk any bacteria. So what I do is wash my canning jar out and everything else. You spray it out with alcohol. just spray a little alcohol in there. You don't have to do that. I know things are bad right now. If you want to use a tad bit, but when I say spray it with alcohol, it's like 2 squirts, just enough to get some in there. Wipe it out with a paper towel. That sort of sterilizes your jar. If you don't want to do that, you can boil it in water just to make sure there's no germs or anything in it. Yeah, just like when your can, except, you can use the alcohol. And then what I do, and then I make my formula, making sure I don't touch inside the jar at all. And then, I'll make my glue and water mix. And I don't have any right now. I wish I did. I don't have any right now, but you can add any kind. Yeah, you can make a big batch of white. And then, anytime you need a certain color, you can pour it out. And when you're going to make color, you can use. You can use a vintage photo. You can use any kind of reinker. If you don't have reinker, because I know some people don't have that, and you just have a stamp pad, you can stamp out like on glass or something like that. Put a little bit of alcohol in it or a little bit of water in it. Use your brush and put it in that way. Or if you have acrylic paint, you can even put a couple drops of acrylic paint in it to color it whatever color you want it to be. So, okay, let's see, do I want to make this a bag? Yeah. Yeah. Trying to decide if I wanted to make it a bag or leave it as a stationery page, but I think I want to use it as a bag. And what I do, I don't know if hopefully everybody, I just take a rectangle. I fold this a little bit past half and this one a little short. So you sort of have like a side seam to it just because, that's how I like to do it. And then I do put a little ink on it because everything looks better with ink. Plus, if you cut crooked or something, that covers that little bit of white. Then I ink both my folds. And I do ink around the bottoms before I cut it in the tops. You don't have to. You don't even have to cut the tops if you don't have pinking shears. You can leave it just a straight bag without pinking shears. Or you can do curves or something like that, whatever design you want to do. And I always end up cutting my crooked and have to go back and straighten. Do what?
Catherine.
Did she say ink?
Yes.
Yes. You gotta have that ink, don't you, girl?
You're crazy.
Yeah, me too. I love it when it's inked up. But yeah, you can do it any color you want. So, if you have a certain, if you're doing pink and you want pink or whatever. And then what I do my corners on my bags, sort of like my tags, because I want to know that they're even. I don't want them to be even. So I'll cut the triangle and just put it over and trim it. And that way I know they're even. And then I'll just fold the side that doesn't have the fold in the middle. Catherine grinning, she's so funny. And make sure you don't cut it crooked like I just did because, that's what I do. Okay.
You did it crooked.
I know, I did it crooked. Then I'm going to use my pinking shears across the bottom. I moved my camera so it covered farther down, so hopefully you guys can see better. I think I need to trim this down some more. I think I will. You can take this all the way up. I like to leave just below where the triangle is, just because I like to have a little bit to know that it's down below there. It's not, although it doesn't really make a difference because of the way you do it. So who's eating popcorn? Did somebody make popcorn? I bet Catherine's eating popcorn with her kids. Or did you make popcorns for those babies?
And then she's watching Finding Nemo.
Are you're not watching Finding Nemo again, are you?
No, she's watching the second one.
You're watching Finding Nemo too?
Yeah. What is it, Finding Dory? Is that what it's called?
You guys are really quiet in here. This is supposed to be like a craft and chat. I'm not supposed to be doing all this talking.
That's why you need to get somebody in here, dude.
Yeah, somebody needs to come talk with me. Nobody wants to talk to me.
You want to get somebody in? You want to continue the link?
And I'm gonna tell you guys, I know everybody has like specialties that they do, things that they do or whatever. If you have something you do and you want to like share it, just cut that down a little more, and you want to share it, give me a holler and we'll do some guest features. It'll be sort of cool.
Trisha is eating, I'm eating fried green tomatoes and chips from Lay's.
You know, my husband just took a bag of those to work. He loves them, but he loves fried green tomatoes.
No, I didn't make popcorn. They were watching Frozen 2.
Frozen 2. Oh, I bet they love that, don't
look
they?
up your formula on my phone while watching you and listening. I can do the.
I
can.
Not me. You know what I'm waiting for?
Oh my God, I love
Okay,
that.
I know there's gonna be.
Everybody's eating. Do I need to go get?
Oh, thanks, Catherine. You're a dear. Catherine takes care of letting all my members in.
Oh, that means she's come across me then. Oh, have I done that yet? I haven't done that yet.
I folded that crooked.
I probably could do it. I don't know how to do it actually. There's a kick to them.
Yeah. You know what I'm waiting for, guys? Mushrooms. Hello. Who's ready for mushrooms?
Yeah.
It's spring. We need mushrooms. And my mom adores mushroom hunting. So we try to go out and.
Is it easy to link that formula page? I can do it for you.
Yep. Hold on. 2.0 is on it.
Oh. Elizabeth, do you want? You have a video on it, right?
Yeah, there's a video on it. It's in the
video.
If you go onto my page, go into the DIY playlist.
Yep.
And you'll pull it up.
I've done this enough times. I'm not a mushroom fan. I agree with Elizabeth. I hate them.
Oh, really?
Kay loves Frozen 1 and 2. I'm glad she did.
Oh, yes.
Personally.
We are big mushroom eaters. Let's see.
For me.
Except for Elena, who doesn't like anything.
I don't like onions and tomatoes. Okay.
I was gonna come on and oh yeah, me too. The weather's been so crazy that you just don't know. I don't know why I do that every time.
What?
Cut the top when I know I'm gonna have to go back and cut it after I do my napkin anyway, but oh.
I can eat them, but when they are cut up on a pizza or something, they look like sludge, which totally puts me off. I honestly don't like the smushiness.
Oh.
I'm not weird. I've never liked them since I was itty bitty. It's just never been a fan of mine.
Yeah. Elena doesn't like them either. Not a mushroom fan. She's like the only one that doesn't. Which, isn't good when we do Italian night and do pizza or spaghetti or ravioli or something. She ends up picking them all out.
My sister only thinks, she says, why would you want to eat something that grows in poo? I don't know.
Do you know, you guys, okay, this is a Dorothy story time. My mom's going to be sitting and laughing hopefully she won't tell my dad I told his story, but my dad, when he was like 15 or 16, worked in a mushroom factory in Ohio. And to this day, he will not eat mushrooms because he said it was so bad when he worked there.
Who won? Oh, Elizabeth, do you want to send it to her?
No, yeah, just put it up there so everybody has it in case
Okay.
that'll keep everybody from having to go look for it.
There you guys go. No! No! They spelled my name wrong. I'm spelling it right.
Oh, it's okay. I spelled her name weird, so she's always like, nobody spells my name right.
Everybody calls me Eleanor. Eleanor, Lainey, etc. I don't mind if people call it like that.
Okay, let me grab the dryer because that is going to change the coloring here.
She spelled it.
Sorry for the noise. I know but my dryer is not super loud, I don't think. Hopefully not.
She spelled it.
But it doesn't take very long to dry, but you just put a thin coating.
I'm sorry. Yeah, just redo it. Oh, Mary.
You're so funny. You don't have to wear that. Mary's in the house. Yay. You got your PJs on, Mary? It's PJ time, isn't it? Should be.
Not loud.
Good. Yay. Somebody's in their PJs. My mom's in her PJs, I bet.
I don't know. What is this thing really?
So, there we go.
How do I do this again?
From there to there.
I don't remember how.
See, I love with the vintage photo. I just think it makes it look so much more antique. So what do you guys think? You like the vintage photo in it? Oh, and Mary, you weren't on earlier. We did this one earlier too. Isn't it cute? I love this one. Those were my favorite birds. But I like the little finches too. Let's see.
Oh, I gotta do this to join your group.
The questions.
I don't. What level of junk journal?
You don't have to do that. Just hit in there and.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. No, I'm just trying to speech.
Oh, you like the little lighter colored one.
No. I'm just gonna
Okay. And I'm just making some bags. I could probably turn this little kit streamer thing across the bottom. Is that driving people crazy? The little banner across the bottom.
Ticker. Yeah, just turn it off for now.
There, is that better? Is that bothering people?
Catherine's the one that does the group thing, right?
Yeah.
Through Facebook. She's about to see me. Thank you, Catherine, for reminding me that I gotta do that.
So what have you been up to, Mary? Did you guys get the freebies on the Facebook page? Because every Friday I put freebies up.
Oh, wow.
And today was like really cool.
I get all freebies.
The ones today, I loved the ephemeral ones. Oh my gosh.
She's making cards.
Oh, fun. That's what Kim usually does. I haven't seen Kim today, so she must be busy or in bed. I don't know.
She's probably passed out somewhere.
Unless she's here. She may be here, but she usually at least chimes in and says hi.
awesome freebies. I didn't see a freebie. I'm not in the group yet.
I loved the one, I did the spring ones. Probably like my all-time favorite of every one I've ever did was the spring one with the car. I loved that car. I fell in love with that. I thought it was so cute. And then today, all of the ephemera, today, all the letters and everything that posted today, all have the date of April on them. They're all, like all the handwritten letter and all is from April. So I thought I would do.
I can't say her name, guys.
Oh, you've been making tags and envelopes? Awesome.
Hey, look, I'm a pretty good group now.
Cool.
Took me a minute and a half.
That sounds fun. I started, well, I mean, I have to finish my Touch of Nature, and then for whatever reason,
Nice.
every time I want to upload a video, it keeps throwing it out, but it'll let me do the live. So I don't know what the deal is with YouTube. It's got issues going on. Not that that's a surprise. Ink. Where's Catherine? That's her job. Oh, are you looking for more letter ephemera type stuff? I'm working on a kit now. Oh, Mary, you're too sweet. But I'm working on a kit now that I'm thinking about. I want to do it for June.
Yay! I like June.
Lainey's birthday's in June. She loves June. Okay, well, little birdie.
Generally, June's a month.
But I'm working on a kit, and it's going to be sort of, I wanted to do it for June, which I was going to do like a Father's Day thing, but
Let's go back to 2005 and do one about that.
Wait, there you go. But in June, I'm thinking because it's, it's during the summer and kids are out and you're out doing really fun things. Oh, you're fine, Catherine. And, kids are, you're doing fun thing with kids and all that. And kids are out of school, so you try to keep them busy. And you got grandkids and all that kind of thing. So I'm thinking about sort of doing not really a family history one, but sort of just a family one, like almost like a family game night.
Words are hard to find. Look at a dictionary. That sounds weird.
Oh, you want like really, really? I have some tags I'm actually working on.
I can't wait to just let that Van Gogh book.
I think I'm gonna wrap this one around. Yep. Look, I didn't cut it. I remembered to do that. Not to do that.
Make a ring.
Well, yeah, I always rank it anyway, so. Like what kind of words are you looking for, Catherine? Like family words or inspirational words or quotes or just in general, any kind of words, period?
I'm just kind of waiting until I'm going to have to try some more digital things soon because I'm absolutely broke fixing a car and other stuff, says Natty.
Oh, yeah. I understand that.
But I can't wait. I'm kind of just waiting until when you guys find, Okay.
Let's work on this side first.
I'm looking for an old dictionary, but I can't go to town.
Yeah, I understand that. Not right now. You don't want to go anywhere. Or at least I don't. I don't like going anywhere. Not with this yuckiness. Anything, is that what you said? Okay. I actually have, I actually made, I think there's 5 pages. And my finger's sticking to that. No. You do have to watch not sticking your finger on it because it will but I'll fix that. I have like 5 pages of words, but I create them. They actually look like old typewriter print. It's really cool looking. I'll have to pull those out and see if I have them. If I do, I'll post them on the page. I think I actually forgot to do in the middle.
You did.
I didn't do in the middle. How did I forget to do in the middle? Yeah, I guess I did. It just started drying first.
It's so nice having an assistant to read the comments to you.
Yeah, you have no idea. I mean, I could do it on my own, but I miss so much, you know, not being able to read it. So when something pops up, she lets me know.
If I don't read the comments, I normally just like click in the comments section.
Yeah, if it's not, she'll let me know that there's something up there. Yeah, she's a super helpful.
My husband had no choice but to go shopping today and find and find toilet paper with only half a roll there. They have
Oh, wow.
Other than AG places, grocery stores, and anything else particular. Can I borrow her when I do when I do live?
Hey, yes, just let her know. She will go. She don't care.
If you can, you know, I'm pretty sure Mom would sell me off to Catherine for a sheep. So.
Oh, Catherine, do you want
Really?
Elena? I'll trade you for a sheep. She makes a good babysitter. She loves kids.
Because I don't have any.
She's so funny. She loves being on here.
Dorothy. That is good for you, Dorothy.
Yes, it's very helpful.
It's also annoying sometimes.
Well, I told her when she gets older, then I don't care about her,
I like that one.
you know, getting in here. She does different kind of art than I do. She does no, I mean I do some mixed media, but she does a lot of like she does watercolors a lot. But I mean she's like, I mean I can sketch and draw, but she does extremely well compared to me as far as drawing. Yeah, I love just the little flap on the back, and then all this has the lines on it. So
would you like that?
yeah. But she's in this kick where she, ouch, I cut my finger. No, I didn't actually cut my finger, but I thought I was going to. She's in this kick where she draws eyeballs and stuff and just crazy stuff.
I like anatomy, okay?
She likes anatomy. She likes.
I like anything nervous system.
I'm gonna hold it up here and cut it so you guys can't see it.
Do it up there. I got a page full of eyeballs somewhere.
No, Elizabeth, because I want to use my bags and hook them in with paper clips. I have some like really cute little paper clips that are copper, and then with some like ribbon or something out the side to add some fluff on the side anyway. Okay, let me see. There's the original. Let me see if I can hold it up. Whoop, I'm dropping it. There's the original, and there's the one with the vintage photo. See, I just love how that ages that like that. Yay, it's so pretty. Plus, I like doing that because I can move it around. Because sometimes after you write, you maybe have something or you draw or, you know, you glue something down or whatever, and I like being able to move it around sort of. But yeah, I like where it has sort of that vintagey, dirty look to it. But yeah, just a little bit of, and I even left that. I was going to go back and fix it, but I actually just covered it up with some of it, and it gave it a brown tone, so it actually looks like sort of like the envelope or the bag's decaying. So let me see. Let's see. We did the blue. We did the white. Let me see if I have one more bird. I have one more envelope to do. Let's see what I got. Oh, I don't want to do that one. I don't like that one. Don't like that one. Don't like that one. Not going to do that one. I already did one like that. Ooh, the blue might be pretty. Don't think. Did I do a... No, I didn't do a pink one, did I? Let's see. That might be cute because I think I can fit all four birds onto it. Yeah, it makes that, just the vintage photo in there makes such a difference. And like, let me put this aside for a second. So like, this is one of the guest checks that come in the kit, which, I mean, I love. It's pretty, but you know, we end up inking it up and everything else. And you can ink around this once it's done. So you can actually take it over. And I just have a regular office jet printer, so it's not like I'm using a laser printer. It just doesn't, I think because it's more glue than water, it doesn't smear the ink. And I mean, if you're using scrapbook paper or something like that, you know, then it doesn't matter anyway. Oops, sorry about that, guys. But I mean, that just gives it such an aged look. And you can make it thicker in places and, you know, do it in different directions, you know, and then it creates different texture. Let me get my fingers off there. Okay. Let me grab my gun and dry, and I'll show you the difference. Let me pull another one out. And this kit comes with the guest checks with the birds on it, and I think there's 4 of them. There's let's see, there's that little bird. Oh no, it comes with 2. There's 2 of each one. Now, if you're trying to dry, or when you're drying, you'll notice. There's my. If you hold it down, like if you lay it on a glass mat or something like that, or whatever you lay it on, it will get wet if you're drying because the dampness has to come on there. So if you hold it up, it's going to dry a lot faster because you're not heating your surface. And so it's really hot. Hold on, let me. Okay. So you can see it does, when you go different directions, like right in here, you can see where I went different directions. And yeah, you actually can. I don't know if you guys can, if I'll be able to make it where you guys can see or not. Yeah, it's not gonna, but yeah, like when I'm looking at it, I can actually see where the brush strokes went, and you can feel it. They're not thick, heavy brush strokes, but you can feel. And then like over here, where some of it pulled up in the side, you can see where it's darker. So you can create, if you want a thicker texture, you can put it on, let it dry, and then do another coat on top of it if you want. But like, here's what the original will look like versus the aged one. And I mean, let's face it, if you get a reinker or something like that, and you put 2 or 3 drops in here, your reinker is going to last for an extremely long time, even if you do a big batch. And, you know, versus buying your ink pad, if you want to ink all over the front of it, you know, which is going to go farther. You're going to save a lot of money using, and this, where, you know, it's obviously paper, this almost has like a photo paper feel. You know how you get like that almost like gloss feel to it, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so I mean, it does really great like that too. So let me see. I had one more bag to do. What time are we getting at? Oh my gosh, it's almost 11 o'clock.
Already?
It is 10:40. Doesn't seem like the time flies when you're having fun.
Do the brushstrokes show. What?
Um,
I love the guest checks. I have thought about just buying a pad of them. I love guest checks. I want to find numbers, words, and coat checks things eventually.
oh, cool.
Such trouble reading.
Um, okie dokie. So we'll do this one and we'll do the little birdies. Now you can, like I said, and you can make this with clear if you don't like, you know, the vintage photo. I like that look, so it works for me. But I realize not everybody likes the same thing. And some people don't like, you know, that. They want the more.
I have a tea dye reinker.
Okay, yeah. I love tea dye. Yeah, so I mean that would give it a tea dye. You would have even a lighter tone to it. So it would still do it, but it would be a lighter tone, if that makes sense. Oh yeah. I love my tea dye. Oop, I did that before I cut it off. But and like I said, this is old typing paper, but I mean, this works the same if you use like wax paper or anything like that. I have trouble with art glitter glue with some of the papers, and oops, I didn't ink it or cut it, so.
Catherine.
She had one job. No. Poor Catherine.
I have that.
Hold on a minute.
Random
Catherine, I will be sending
that.
a thing out to you. Lainey
The
drew some more little Catherines with wonderful little conversation bubbles. Being bossy all over. No, just
well, one says I crave ink. One's like, what's the
one of them says like crave ink, and
I know what I'm not loved. I
see,
really love that.
She made all kinds of little Catherines.
Here's that one. I want to show that one. I get you don't want to show my beautiful skull. It would be dark. Grammar.
Nettie. Coffee grounds. What I would do. Here's what I would do. If you want brown, if you want it really, really dark, you could use coffee grounds. I would be more apt to tell you to make a cup of tea, because if you have instant coffee, a lot of times that doesn't dissolve really well and it'll get real gunky and like sort of clumpy. But you could take tea and then, you know, steep it till it gets really, really dark and then use it. Or if you've percolated coffee where it's ran through a coffee filter really, really good, and you have like a cup of coffee, then, you know, you can do that. I wouldn't use instant coffee. And what I would do is, instead of putting coloring, just use your coffee in place of the water that you would add to your glue. So, I mean, you're still putting your liquid in there, but you'll have the coffee color, if that makes sense. Hopefully. Is what I would do, is just use the percolated coffee, because I've done granules with like spray bottles and stuff before. Even when I mix it with water, after it sets over time, it will clump back up just because of the process it goes to.
And I feel like you can put coffee grounds and Mod Podge.
Can you grab me a piece of washi?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I feel like if you put coffee grounds and Mod Podge, it would kind of be like dropping.
It just gets real glumpy.
Yeah, and it would also like leave streaks like pudding almost. Yeah, if that makes sense. I can't get it off.
I can't get that second coat off for nothing. It is sticking on there. Make a note for me, reminding me that I need to send that out to Catherine.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for the tips. I'm tired, so I'm not thinking the best. What about
no.
acid in coffee? Will it hurt? Oh yeah, it would.
Here is the catch-20. When you boil your coffee, even when you tea dye your papers or coffee dye your papers, put about half a teaspoon of baking soda in there, and it neutralizes the pH balance. Even when I always do when I do anything coffee, I tea dye my papers, so you don't have to worry about it because you don't have that acid content. But if you've ever noticed, if you made coffee papers, really, this is
Here,
just
let me
get that undone for me.
Just giving up, aren't you?
Here.
I got it.
But yeah, if you put that baking soda with it, it will neutralize the acid in the coffee.
That's something you gotta do, Mom.
I've dyed paper with cocoa powder, but you have to soak it just like you're going to make cocoa with it, and then you have to strain it through multiple coffee filters because of the dust that it gets.
Try.
Yeah, you got super sticky washi too, didn't you?
Yep. That's what you need to do one of these days.
So, but yeah, that baking soda will neutralize it, so you can use coffee. But yeah, that's what I would do, is use my, percolated coffee.
Okay, that's what I heard. Just double checking.
Yep, just throw a little bit of baking soda in there and it will neutralize all of the acid, and you don't have to worry about that.
That's what you need to do. You need to get like all the. Oh. I think that's a good idea.
My little birdies, they're so cute. Oops, I didn't go all the way up to the top there. And you can pull them back off if you do it the wrong way. You just have to sort of be really careful. Actually, I wanted to get a little bit more of my birdie in it. Oh, yep, I got that one too. Yep, Catherine, you're right. I hope I'm not boring you guys. I feel weird just sitting here. I'm like, oh, you should be crafting too. This is a PJ fun party.
Weather was nice here today. But it was above 0.
Oh yeah, I bet, Natty. Okay, you guys have been sort of cold up there, haven't you? What is your normal temperature for this time of year? I know it's like freezing.
Just cold.
I have always wanted to go to Prince Edward Island.
So how long will my book last after dyeing it without putting baking soda? I have made a few before learning that.
Honestly, it'll probably be fine. It depends on the strength of the coffee and all that. It'll probably last longer than, I don't know. I honestly can't tell you. I'm guessing you'll probably be fine. Are you making your goop stuff now? Awesome. It's so easy to do after you do it. And that, Elizabeth, that is the same thing as Mod Podge you buy at the store.
Yeah.
It is the same exact thing. So, when they're charging you $10 for that big old bottle, yeah, go to Walmart, spend $10, buy that big, huge container, the big, huge square, gallon container.
Anywhere from -12 to 40-ish Celsius.
But it's the same thing as your Mod Podge that you use. Well, this is gloss, so that's different. It's a matte, which, you know, if you want gloss, you can make gloss, but you have to put an acrylic finish in it. And I just, or a...
How long it lasts depends on what kind of paper you use.
Yes. Yes, it does. Yeah, see, that's me. I don't like the gloss look, because to me, when something's glossy, I think it's new. It has a new look to it.
I would love to get to see Prince Edward Island. I'm a huge fan of it. Oh,
Oh, Catherine, me too. Me too.
Here we
I
go.
have all the movies, all the books. I have loved her since childhood.
This is the fan club.
Her and Gilbert, yes, yes, yes. I am a huge, 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 huge Anna Green Gables fan. So I have wanted to go up there.
Not even where you live is too cold for me. Eek. I'm sorry. That's Anna Cross.
That's what we all should do. We should all get together and take a trip to see Nettie and go to Green Gables.
Wow, we just
How are you in, Catherine? We should do that.
If you want to do that, you know, me and like Joanna can go to the Butter Museum. I want the books really bad. I have the movies. Oh, you guys are gonna get along so well.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Do you have them in here? I don't think you have them in here.
They're in my basket right there.
In your basket?
Pull the 3-in-1 one out.
I don't remember where they're.
It's right there in the blue flat basket. You don't see them?
No, I don't.
Oh, they're over there.
Oh, are they?
I moved them. I forgot. I had them on top of my die cutter. No, standing up. It's right there.
Oh.
So it goes from that looks all springy and bright. Oh yeah, same me to Elizabeth. In that age, it looks so cool. I love it.
I'm prepared to sit this down when you're ready.
Oh.
Here you go.
Oh. Well, see, I have this set. I found at the Goodwill for $1.99, and it was 50% off, Catherine. No, I want the big one.
The
big cream colored one.
Oh, I mean, you have more than that, but let's just go.
And then I have this one that has 3 volumes in one. So I have a bunch of them. I have more than that. I'm not going to bring them all over and show you because I have a whole collection every time I see them.
What do you mean you bring them over?
So, let's see if we can get them all out here. They all look so old and vintagey. And of course, they've got the backs that have, like this one. You can see the light flower design. And they've got lines on them so you can journal on them even if you wanted to with like a crayon or a crayon pen.
A Crayola?
No, a crayon.
A crayon.
It's like a microball.
Oh.
And then that one's got the back on it.
Wow, awesome deal.
So yeah, I am super, super happy with those. So those are cute. I like those. And then
I want the 8-book set. Have you seen the Love Comes Softly movies? They are good.
oh yes, yes, yes. And When Calls the Heart that's on now. Do you watch that?
That's the one I can.
Does anybody watch When Calls the Heart? We love it. Thanks, Mary.
No, I haven't, but I have read the book. There's a book?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right under this.
My mom has tons of Jeanette Okie books. She's like, has a ton of them. Oops.
Now, only if we could find a Stephen King fan in here.
Nope. And then I'm just coloring this on the outside. I'm going to decorate
So are
these.
the ducks. The Dooks. I haven't watched all the episodes yet.
Huh.
Oh, she means books.
So let me see. I want to use some of my pink dyed paper. And you can paint this down and use this just to glue.
I am not a reader, I wish I was. I have almost all of them. Love them all. Like Mary, I really want some of these.
And this is a piece of the Greg shorthand paper. And I like getting, you know, that vintage tone underneath. And then if you need to come back and put a little bit on there, then that's fine. And I just try to go right up to my window. And it doesn't matter if it hangs off because we can trim that down. So. Let's see, what else do we have here? What else do I have? I have some music. Let's throw some music on there. This is I don't know how old it is. It's Westminster Press, so probably pretty old.
I'm a huge Jane Austen fan too. This looks good enough to eat. My favorite kinds of movies are mostly action movies.
Oh, see, Natty, you're more. It does. It looks like ice cream, doesn't it? Or like chocolate milk or something. Yep, I love it. And so I'm just going around here filling this in. And then I have all these little pieces, like the scrap napkins that I have. So I can take it and put it on there. Rip it off. Let it sort of cover around. Yes. Yes, it does. And it works so well. Now, wasn't that easy to make, Elizabeth? That was super easy, wasn't it? It is amazing.
Looks like it's a glue shape.
I seen that. That's funny. You know, let's use another. And this is just an old vintage map. And these are just the, you know how you always have those little bitty scraps that you don't want to throw away.
Well, ladies, I'm going to call it a night. This old lady is watching.
Oh, good night, Penny.
Toodles.
Have a good evening. Get some rest. I'll probably talk to you.
So I did put in a few more drops. Maybe I should have shaken my reading gear first. Forgot to do that.
Oh, well, thanks, Penny. We had a good time too.
Good night, good night, good night, good night.
How's everybody doing? Ready to call it a night, or? Let's grab some of that shorthand and put up there. I want to keep everybody up too late. And some of the
I like how that's coming out in different shades. I am still good, says Catherine.
oh yeah, me too. I love how it does the different coloring, and then when I pull it apart, oh, you'll love it.
That guy's kid never sleeps.
You just have to be careful when you dry, not to get your gun too close, because you will like shrink the plastic up.
We have to set the barn up this weekend. We are shearing either the 3rd or the 4th.
Fun.
Ooh, she feels. Oh, Willie's gonna be shivering. He's gonna be shaved. He's gonna be bald.
Yeah, we're gonna be shaved. And then your sister spins, right, Catherine? Is that? I don't remember you telling me that your sister spins.
Like you?
Okay. Okay, and then I'll show you guys sort of what I do, and I cheat.
It's soon at bedtime.
Okay. I cheat with the CDs. What I do is I took one and I cut the plastic out, and I just made a template that's the square. It's a little bit smaller than the square, so it fits in. Just so I know exactly what square I'm working with. And then I put another square inside, traced around the hole, and made my template. So when I lay it on a piece of paper. Yep, there you go.
Yes, she does.
So
Catherine's sister doesn't spin.
awesome. So I have this bird book. I have tons of junk I don't need.
Yeah, poor Willie.
Oh, look, they're so cute. You have to use them. So I know where I want my circle to be. So what I do is I just sort of figure out where I want it to be.
Wow, I love the color. It's a little lighter than yours. Where's the picture in the Facebook group?
And then after I make sure, well, I want to get his little head in there. Then I just place this over top of it where it's central. So I know that and it just sort of gives me a gauge about where to trim. So you don't have as much guessing. Because, you know, if I don't, then I'm guessing, trying to figure out what goes where. Awesome. Well, I'm glad, Elizabeth. See, it made it all worthwhile, didn't it? And I don't know why I'm inking this, because I'm going to glue it in. But I think because I'm used to inking. Let me put my lid on this for a little bit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad it worked out for you.
Thank you, Elvis.
No, he said thank you twice before.
Did he? I think you're Elvis. I don't know.
Technically, if you're smart, you put this in here without gluing it, and then you just glue the top. But I always do this and go, the next time I'm not going to do that.
You can just do it the next time. And you just like, maybe just like it. Normally they have hydrogen because of them being glossy. Why we got Mod Podge.
Well, okay, here, you want to see something funny? You see how glossy this is, right? Let me show you. See how glossy it is, right? If you don't like that, take a little bit. And this, like I said, it's school glue and water. My poor squeaky chair. It doesn't take all of it down, but it does dull it down some. So it doesn't, see, it almost has like, you can see it, but, and a lot of that depends on how thick you put it too. But it does cut down on a lot of it. So, you know, the more coats you put on it, the duller it's going to get. I spread mine really, really thin the first time, but
looks like that glue is the magic potion from everything. It's sort of matte finish.
yes, it has a matte finish. It's not the magic potion for everything. It just sort of works for some things. But Mod Podge, if you have a matte Mod Podge, it'll, if it's just clear too. But I mean, considering it's glue and water, and if, you know, if you go buy Mod Podge, like the jars of it in the store, you're going to pay $10, $11, where, you know, this is the cost of a container of school glue. And, you know, if you want to make some, you get, you know, a 30-cent bottle of school glue, and it can be the Crazy Art. It doesn't even have to be Elmer's. It doesn't make a difference. I actually use the Crazy Art a lot because I can get 3 of them for like, I think they're like 37 cents or 43 cents a piece or something like that. If you get them like at school time, you can get them for 25 cents, sometimes 50 cents a bottle. They're not the Crazy Art. The Crazy Art you get for like 25 cents. I actually want that on there. And you can add more and create more of a texture, and I'll show you that in a minute. Hold on. And again, I mean, every layer you do, it dulls it down more. So, I mean, you can see it's dulled down a lot more. It's still, you still get dulled, but depending on how you look at it. I mean, it depends on what angle you get it from. And it's hard to do with this because you have to realize I have 3 different lights shining directly down on me. So that it's, some of that is just literally the light reflecting. It's not so much the magazine. Because, I mean, I'm sitting here looking at it. It's real dull. But I don't know if you can see over here where I put it on really, really thick. And then when you dry it, let me see if I can bend it where you can see it. Oh, I went too far. It almost creates, well, you can see the raised effect there. So you can create like that. So let me put my little birdies to bed in their little package.
I'm just going to work for the rest of the stream, so have a great night, everyone.
Good night, Natty. Have a great evening. You know what? I'm going to cut a little bit of this off the side, just so it goes in easier. There we go. Okay. Get all the way in there. And then I'm going to glue the top so it holds it in place. Oops, wrong side. Wow. I'm just going for broke tonight, guys. Do you ever look and glue the wrong side of something? This is not the way I do it when I am doing it myself. Okay, so then there's our little birdies. So let's see, we've got that orangey brown in there. I'm looking for a piece of lace, guys. Grab me a less colored button.
What?
Less colored button.
How?
Okie dokie. Do I want to put it on the side? I don't want it on the top. Yep, I want it across the bottom. Let me put my lid on. Oh, well, thank you, Catherine.
Let's see if I can find a mythical button.
I left my lid off. Get goobered up. It's okay.
No, I can't find the button. I literally just have them out in the other day. I found them! Alright.
Okay.
There you go, buttons. Button. What type of button did you
There you go. Yes, I love it on the bottom. And I'm trying to think. I actually think I'm going to tuck this in. And I think I'm going to actually glue it down and use it as a pocket. Because I really like it. I think it'd be cute as a pocket. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I can.
There's the other one. I mean, there's this guy.
No, I didn't need. Nope, I don't think I want a button on it yet. I have to think about if I want a button or not. So I don't think I'm going to worry about the back because I think I'm going to glue it down as a pocket. As a pocket. So so cute. So let me slide all this out of the way, get all of my stuff out. Oops. That is so loud on that glass. And my lid. I always lose my lid.
It's like having a black cap and a black.
Well, thank you, Mary. So we have our little pocket, which I don't know. If I decide that I want to just, you know, pin it in, or, you know, I could ink up the flap up here and put it over top of page, you know, and flip it up, which I don't really like doing that. I didn't want it sideways, although I actually think I want it as a pocket. Yep. I don't know why, it just screams pocket to me. Sometimes you see things in it. Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'm gonna have to think about that. If I'm gonna paper clip it, then I'll go in and I'll just put.
I sent photo to Facebook with Tile with and without secret Dorothy group.
Oh, nice, Elizabeth. If I'm gonna just paper clip it in, then I'll just use a piece of coffee dyed paper on the back, ink it up really good, and put it on the back, and then just paper clip it in. I don't want to do a whole lot of decoration on the back because I don't want to take away from the front.
When you glue it in, or just use a paper clip?
Or I may glue it in. I don't know. That will depend on when I get to the page, what I decide to do at the page. And if you use the napkin around the edge and it goes over, it glues, you can just pull it right off, right like that. So let me go around and ink my edges up still. Nice, Elizabeth. That looks good. Well, your goop makes a big difference, doesn't it? Yeah, it does make a little bit of a difference with the amount. And that's something that, and you know, you sort of have to decide what you want to do on there, because that's sort of up to the individual. You know, I may like things darker than you do, and you may like things lighter. And now you can use like pink and that. Now, if you want to get by tea, because I know, you know, or you're out in the middle of nowhere, like I know Catherine's out in the middle of nowhere, so it's not easy to get to the store, and you have school glue and water and you want to make it, but you don't have maybe re-inker, use a couple drops of food coloring. It will do the same thing. Or a little bit of, you know, acrylic paint, you know, but if you don't have acrylic paint, a few drops of food coloring will do the same thing. Okay, so there's that. So we have that, and we made our 4 little envelopes. And I know Catherine was asking about napkins and what to do with them. Just like you did this, you can do this on the front cover of a album if you have it, if it's like a paper album. You can do it on a journal page. You can do it on an index card. You can, let's see, you can do it on anything like this. Any, you know, card you have, you could do it over top music paper and, you know, create a piece of ephemera, you know, have the music underneath and an index card on the back. You can use it on, you can do them on guest checks. If you have blank ones, I don't know, do I have any blank ones here? Oh, no, I have some tea dyed ones because I tea dyed some. So like I have a tea dyed one, and I'll do this really, really fast. I'll just use the first bird I come up to. And I like doing the torn edges if I'm doing it on a guest check or something like that.
Napkins and never thought coloring my glue.
Oh, you've never done the napkins before? Oh, the napkins are awesome. You can do so many things. Like I like ripping the edges. Now let me pull the napkin off really fast. And this one's going to stick again. Nope, there it went. Okay, well, I will do this one really.
Buy some glue, then I'll be making some stuff.
There you go. Okay, I will do this one really fast, and then we'll end because I don't want to keep everybody up all night. Because And you can use, you know, just the clear does too. It does really good too. Okay, so and I'll try to hurry because I know people do have to go to bed. They don't want to stay up all night watching me.
Kim just falls asleep in the middle.
And then I'm just going to overlay my birdies. And if I haven't inked, then, you know, where it pulls up and I can tell it's not there, then I can I always put a little bit under just to help make sure it sticks. If you don't want to use all of your goop that you've made, your Mod Podge that you've made, you can use glue sticks to hold your napkin down and then goop over top of it. But me personally, glue sticks are more expensive than, I mean, in the long run, the amount you'll use, you can make a whole entire quart jar full of Mod Podge goop for the price, you know, you'll pay for glue sticks, especially if you get like name brand glue sticks. Some of them are expensive. And yeah, you can customize it. So, you know, if you're doing a journal and you're using blue as your main color, then you can use blue. Now, here is something to think about. If you cover the front of your journal in like white cardstock or, you know, whatever, white fabric or anything like that, you can use any color of this over top fabric as well. I actually had, look over here and see if you can find that piece of fabric that's got my grandma's picture on it. Let me wipe. Remember, you're going to get that condensation underneath. That is normal when you're drying it. And you can paint, you know, do this and just set it up to dry, you know, overnight, or, you know, walk away, leave it for a half hour, an hour or so, and it'll be fine too. And then you're just going to trim it up. Or, you know, if you want to leave it raggedy, like if you do it at the bottom and you have it hanging over the bottom, you can leave it all raggedy at the bottom and just leave it hanging off the end if you want to. But yeah, so you literally, anything that's paper, anything like that, you know, fabric, anything like that. Okay, there's some up there. Just grab one up there that's, if there should be like one of my grandparents or so. No, over. No, right there on top where the magazines are.
Aha.
Just got to be careful with the guest checks. Let's see. I used to love Hobby Lobby glue sticks. Yeah, I don't like glue sticks at all. I have horrid luck with glue sticks. Catherine, that's why we have replay. Okay, so there you go. And I mean, that's just a little bit of nothing. And I love it. And I mean, that's just that little bit of napkin across it. And that's just a plain old guest check. But look how aged. And I love like when you do it over part of it, but not all of it. Because you almost get like that water stained, like it's been in a basement or something and got water stained. So yeah. And then you still have your back that's, you know, nice and clear that you can journal on. So that works great for that. And then like, well, give me one that has a white background. One last thing. That's perfect. Like this is a little picture. Let me see if we can. This is a little picture of my, it's a black and white picture. So it's horrid because it's from, 19, 50-ish or so. There's always one more thing. I'm hurrying, and this will be it. Seriously, this is it. And then you can just, well, because I wanted to show you that you can do it over fabric. And you can do it to attach fabric to paper if you want to. And it'll glue your fabric straight to your paper. I'm not doing that. Put a nice vintagey coat over it. And then let me just.
This is fine with me, not my bedtime.
Oh, it's not your bedtime yet? Yeah, tend to be a night owl sort of, so. My husband, not so much, but he works really weird hours and is up really early, so he's in bed. And yeah, Catherine, it's so simple, and it looks like you spent forever doing it. It's crazy. But this is, I haven't did a DIY on it. I need to do it. I actually have it's called, I don't know if you did quilting, you do pictures and quilts and stuff. I actually have a DIY it's basically a fabric, I don't know what exactly to call it. It's a conditioner. It conditions your fabric, so once you print on it, it's permanent. And you print on it with a regular DeskJet printer. And I need to do a DIY with the formula that I use. But you soak your fabric in it and then you dry it. You don't wash it out. You don't dry it. You dry it, and then you use freezer paper, run it through your printer. It's sort of like Bubble Jet, if you've ever seen Bubble Jet, or the 8.5 by 11 sheets that you get, like, to print on fabric at Walmart or Hobby Lobby or whatever, except you can make Bubble Jet yourself. It costs a little bit of nothing. It lasts forever. And what you don't use just sets in a jar. You dip your fabric in it, wring it out, dry it in your dryer, and then print on it, and you can wash it and everything else. So you can literally turn any picture into fabric. But like, give me a piece. This is amazing, you guys. I love this. Just a regular one of them. It doesn't matter which one. Just hand me one. Okay. Well. Okay, like this is a regular piece of fabric. And you see how that is. I mean, it's just, you know what fabric's like. So, okay. I just coated this and dried it. Can you guys hear that? I mean, it ain't going nowhere. I really wish I could say I was doing that, but I mean, it's firm. So it literally turns almost into a paper. So, if you're doing a journal and you want to print a picture out, to use in your journal, and you want to, print it on fabric, you can actually do that and adhere it, and it's like paper. So, that makes, if you want to use like any of your, like a paper clip to stick it on the side, because now I can take this fabric now. That one's crooked. Let me get one that's not crooked. That one came undone when I was.
Yeah, cool.
And I can take a paper clip. Well, I hate these paper clips. I can't never get them on right. Yeah. Oh, you can take a paper clip and.
I have to go put kids to bed. Have a good night. Bye bye, Catherine.
It's solid. It's not going anywhere. So.
Kids got done walking for.
Yep. Good night, Catherine. We're gonna quit now. I am finished.
Have a good night. Everybody's going to bed now.
Yep, it is time to go. That is last. You guys have a great night. We will see you again, and let me know if you like the pajama party, if it's something you want to do again. On another Friday night, or every Friday night, or how you want to do it. Just let me know. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Good night, Trisha. Good night, Elizabeth. Sweet dreams to you too. Good night, Mary. Good night, Catherine. Good night, Mom. My mom's still on here. Good night, everybody who's out there. Oh, you're welcome. Have a great evening. Hopefully you learned something or had a good time.
Or made goop.
Use that goop. We want to see more, Elizabeth. Okay. Good night.